Hello everyone, how are you doing today? We are going to assemble our little cow. In this video, you will learn the step-by-step process. I already have the body of our cow right here. And we'll start by doing the embroidery details on the face, okay? We'll need some pins here. I want to mark the exact spots for the embroidery with you. Here we have the eye line, right? I'm going to count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll place a pin. Then, I'll count 2 rounds up and 1 stitch down to place the next pin. Now, for the spacing to the other side, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches, and place the pin in the 8th stitch. See? We'll go down. 2 stitches to the side and 1 stitch down. This will be the lower part of the eyebrow. Now, let's mark where the eyelashes will be, okay? We mark right here above the eye. Then we count. 1, 2 stitches over, and 1 stitch down. Same thing on the other side. 2 stitches over and 1 stitch down. And here is where we'll make the white detail of the eye. Okay. We'll do it right here in this stitch on the side. And in the stitch right under the eye. Same thing on the other side. In the stitch under the eye and 1 stitch to the outer side. See? These will be the markings for our face embroidery. We'll start with the black yarn. I'll thread my tapestry needle. I'll insert it through the middle of the forehead and bring it out at the top part of the eyebrow. Leave a small tail here to fasten off and tie together later, okay? I'll insert the needle at the lower part of the eyebrow and bring it out right where I want to make the eyelashes, right above the eye. There we go. Now I'll go down to the lower part of the eyelash and bring it out through the middle. Perfect. Now do the exact same thing on the other side. All done, guys. Now let's do the eye highlights. We'll make this highlight using white yarn just to add a nice detail. I already tied it here and I'm hiding the thread. I'm going to remove the pins now because you've already seen where they go and probably marked yours, which makes it easier for me to sew. I took a small piece of my white yarn. I'll insert it from the bottom and bring it out at the lower part of the eye. Then, do the same thing on the other side. Be careful not to pull too hard so the yarn doesn't hide underneath the safety eye, okay, guys? So always use a very light hand. Now bring the needle out through the same spot where we started and tie the 2 ends together. Remember not to pull this knot too tight. Take your time. I always like to do the embroidery before sewing the pieces together, everyone, so the attached parts don't get in the way. I find it much easier. That's why we started with the embroidery details together. Now I want to sew the muzzle. Let's position it. I want to sew it right below the eye line, aligning this round with the round just beneath the eyes. Let's make sure it's perfectly centered. I've already centered the muzzle right in the middle, and now we are going to sew it on. Remember that I add Fiberfill stuffing when I'm almost done sewing, when there's only a small opening left. When there's just a small gap left, I'll stuff it. I start by catching a loop right under where the yarn is coming out. See? I don't catch a loop too far out from where I'm sewing. It's always right underneath. I catch a loop from the head. And now I'll insert the needle under the first stitch of the muzzle. If you notice, I go right under the X of the stitch. I prefer going in there instead of these loops here, guys. I always go under the X stitch when sewing a piece like this. One more loop from the head, and one more stitch from the muzzle. And that's how we do it, everyone. You can't skip any stitches on the muzzle, okay? Every single stitch must be sewn. We are going to catch all of them. Always following this sequence. Catch a loop from the head and a stitch from underneath the muzzle. I'll do this all the way around. When there is only a small gap left, about this size, I'll come back to add the stuffing with you. All right, guys. I'm adding the Fiberfill stuffing now. Only this little piece is left to sew. I've packed the stuffing until it's nice and firm. Now I'll finish sewing it to the end, continuing the exact same way. Go ahead and sew the muzzle of your cow, and when we reach the end, we'll make a knot to fasten off. There we go, finished here. I made a small knot, and now I'll insert the needle and bring it out through the back. Later, I'll secure this yarn with another tail. I'll adjust the shape a bit, and that's it. The muzzle is sewn on. Now we are going to sew the horns. I'm going to position them, the horn and the ear, and then I'll come back so we can sew them together. Okay, guys. I've positioned the horn and the ear. Here is how it looks from the side and here from the back. Let's count from the top. 1, 2, 3. Starting from the fourth round, place the horn slightly forward. See how the center line is here, place it a bit forward. Then count one round down. For spacing, and position the ear so we can sew it right here, keeping a 1 round distance from the horn. I made a small ball of Fiberfill and placed it inside the horn, okay? Let's start by sewing the ear. I'll show you on this side, and then you just do the exact same thing on the other side. Position the ear. I'll catch. A loop from the head. And a loop from the ear. Now that I've reached the end, guys, I'll tie a small knot and bring the thread out through the back. I'll bring it out right next to this pink yarn tail so I can secure them together, the ear yarn tail and this one. Perfect. Now I'll sew the horn here. And then I'll bring the horn thread out to tie these 3 yarn tails together, the ear, the horn, and the muzzle tails. We will sew the horn the exact same way we sewed the muzzle. We'll catch. A loop from the head. And a loop, passing right under the X stitch of the horn. We'll keep doing this all the way around the horn. Remember, we have to catch every single stitch, okay, guys? Catch all of them, don't miss any. Just keep going all the way around, there's no secret to it. Just follow the stitches. Remember, the horn is already stuffed. You need to add the stuffing beforehand. If you prefer to do it like we did with the muzzle, sewing a bit, and adding the stuffing when only a small gap is left, you can do that too. In this case, I found it easier to stuff it beforehand. Now we finish by making a knot. And bringing the thread out through the back. There we go, guys. It will look like this. Now just repeat the same steps on the other side, and we'll fasten these 3 tails together. Tie them all together and hide the yarn inside. I'll do this on the other side and come back to continue with you. All right, guys, I finished sewing them and it looks like this. Now let's move on to the belly. We are going to sew it at the bottom, right in the center. I'll position this little belly right in the middle. It will sit perfectly centered on the body. And guys, the yarn tail is down here, as you can see. We are going to sew it from the inside, so it will be a bit different from the sewing we've done so far. For example, the yarn is coming out from inside the belly, right? I'm going to insert my needle into the corresponding stitch directly underneath on the body. Pull it through. There, pulled it through. Now, see how we have this round on the outside? We are going to catch the stitches from the inside. This way, the seam will be hidden inside our piece, okay? I passed the needle through that inner stitch and pulled. Now I move to the next one. Working from the inside. We'll keep catching the stitches from the inside, and on the outside, it will look perfectly flat and neat. I think this sewing technique looks incredibly neat. I'll go all the way around carefully, keeping the shape. Once again, I'll go inside here and catch the stitch. It's very simple. There's no secret to it. Just pay a little extra attention since it's a technique we don't use as often, right? Always pull firmly to make sure this part sits flush against the body. Then I made a small knot and brought the yarn out through the back. Later, I'll fasten it off together with the leftover body yarn and the tail yarn. I'll tie all three together, and that's how the belly looks. Now I'll position the arms and legs so we can sew them. I'll set them up and be right back to show you. Okay guys, I've positioned the arm. We'll place it starting from the third round below the neck. 1, 2, starting from the third. Position it slightly sideways so it points forward. Then we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds down and position the leg. We can trace an imaginary line down from the ear to align them in the same direction, okay? I'll sew the leg to show you, and then you can sew the arm the exact same way. Let's start with the leg. I've actually already sewn the leg on the other side, okay? It's all done so I can show you how it looks. I started by catching a loop from the body. Now I come here and catch right in the middle of the stitch from this last round. Also, remember guys that we always leave the wrong side of the last round facing out, right? When we joined the pieces, one side ended up on the wrong side, this side here, and the inside is the right side. I always keep this wrong side facing outwards on my piece so the arms naturally curve inwards. Because if I flip the arm the other way, it would stick straight up. That's why sometimes our amigurumi arms stick up and we don't know why. Just keep the wrong side facing out and it will nicely hug the body, okay? Let's sew it, catching a loop from the body and a loop from our leg. Pass the needle right through the middle of the stitch, as you can see, and keep going. finished here, guys. I'll tie a knot in my piece, pull it tight, bring it out through the back, and I'll fasten off this tail together with the yarn from the arm. I'll sew the arm the exact same way I sewed the leg. I'll finish sewing my arm and come back so we can continue. Guys, I've sewn the arms and legs, and as you can see, the tail is already positioned here. I counted 9 rounds up from the bottom because I'm going to sew it on round 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is where we sew it. It's perfectly centered, okay? I'll sew it on. Pull the yarn. Insert the needle through the middle. Catch one more loop from the body. And the last loop here. Then I'll catch a small loop from the body and make that final knot. To fasten off, right? I'll bring the needle out right next to these other 2 yarn tails. The pink yarn left over from the belly and the white yarn left over from the body's ultimate closed ring. And there we go, the tail is sewn on. Now I just tie these 3 tails together just like we did with all the others. When you have 3 strands, you use all 3 to tie the knot, and it stays super secure. Now I just clip the excess and hide the threads inside the body, which guarantees they won't pull out of the amigurumi. Perfect. Now that we've sewn everything, the only thing left is to apply some blush and do the final details. I'm going to take a piece of paper and I'll use my pink pastel chalk, which is this one right here. I'll scrape it against the paper to create a fine powder. This powder is what I'll use, okay? If you don't want to use pastel chalk, you can use regular makeup blush instead, but that's entirely up to you. So here's what I'll do. I'll take a bit of the pastel chalk with my brush, tap off the excess, and gently apply it to the cheek of my little cow. Just blush it gently until it turns a nice rosy color. It's much better to apply it gradually than to put too much on and try to fix it later, right? Let's blush the other side. Now I'll add some pink inside the ear with this shade too, okay? And inside the other ear as well. This step is optional, guys. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. It's just an idea to make yours look just like mine and give your amigurumi a unique touch. You can use blush or fabric paint too. Now we just blend it out a bit, and there you go, everyone. Our little cow is completely finished. I raised the camera a bit more to show you the final result. This is how she turned out. You can see how the tail looks in the back. She looks so cute. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and made her along with me, okay? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Sending you a big hug, stay blessed, and see you in the next step-by-step tutorial. Bye-bye.